All right, everyone, welcome. We are so excited to have you here with us today. I'm really excited to introduce you to a very special guest and soul sister, amazing way shower, Val Cripps of Valtopia. Welcome, Val.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
I just want to share, I'm just so excited, everybody, to be here with Val. Her business is called Valtopia, so you can check out her stuff. I'm going to have her bio and a link to her beautiful site and offerings in the description box below. But we actually connected as Soul Family through the High Vibe community, the Leo King's High Vibe community. And I first really felt her energy. She was talking about this amazing creation, the fuck yeah frequency. And I was like, ooh, what is that? And it really lit me up, and I could just feel her energy. And so we are so excited to be collaborating and all the beautiful stuff that she is sharing about activating and transcending where we feel small or when we're having an up leveling, it's uncomfortable or it's scary or doing something new in general. And so together, she said this phrase earlier, which I really loved. We are going to be your guides on the ride. Because
Yes.
we're all on the ride. So what we're collaborating on, she has this incredible program called it's the Bliss Activators. And she had shared in a community call that she was looking for someone maybe to come in and to support with the womb work and that kind of sacral stuff. And I was like, oh my gosh, because this year it feels very important. And I'm going to bring in even the Chinese astrology, the snake energy this year is for all of us to learn, men and women, how to raise the energy up and through and up and through. So we're going upward flow and downward flow and
Yes.
really like raising the creative potential with our energy centers because we're going quite super atomic with the frequencies and there's a lot of potential energy for us to create so much and transcend and transform, and it's a lot of inner work, of course. So I want to share a little bit about this. The container opens, is it April 8th?
The portal's already open and you can sign in now and enjoy the vault and the root reboot. The official first drop for beginning of this round is April 8th. It's a 16-week experience and something will be dropped every other week. So there's like a little time to experience it and then some integration. There's so much in the vault that you will never not have something to go enjoy and transform with. And everything is about the alignment to your now. Like there, every breath work, every transmission, every explanation, it's all so powerful. It's a guidebook to embodying your highest frequency and getting through the hard stuff and enjoying the good stuff.
Val has the most amazing light language, which I think we're going to get to enjoy together, have a treat for us. So she's incorporating breath and these incredible coaching us through these beautiful transformative experiences, as well as the light language coming in. And her sacral reboot is absolutely amazing and has really assisted me, especially post eclipse cycle that we're in. And I want to share that, when Val was mentioning this whole beautiful program, I was like, oh my gosh, this feels so divinely aligned with the spring equinox. And this really I feel like we're all kind of in this, at least in the northern hemisphere, of coming out of winter. We're weeding the garden. There's some new stuff that wants to come in. We're going to trim and prune and like remove, the old stuff that's like ready so we can make space for new growth essentially. And like, what are we excited about creating next, right? And with that, the excitement to create maybe a dream, a vision, maybe it's just as simple as I want to start with me first, my self care, my energy levels, my health, my physical body, like starting with the physical body all the way to I want to have the creative inspiration to finally write this book. Or perhaps you just want to open the energy entirely for yourself of what's the next vision? Where am I called within myself, for this next chapter of my life? What's the vision? What's the new dream, right? And so we're here to support you with that. And it's important to know that everything in the portal will be at your own pace. So we are pre-recording and dropping all the goodies in there, and so you can go in and enjoy at your pace, so it works no matter where you are on the planet. And then if you all feel and it feels like, oh, we're called, then we'll do some lives together, maybe, an event or so together.
There's a community in my portal that that you guys can talk to each other. You can post pictures, you can post video. You can't live stream, but it's almost just like a Facebook or something, you know? It's like a whole community in there. So the
Oh,
more
that's
you
wonderful.
engage, the more we will respond and engage with you. So
Absolutely. And that's wonderful. So again, it's like, creating this, fostering this nurturing environment for growth, meeting you wherever you are. We're all at different phases. And again, like some things are coming in, some things are going. Some things are delicious and so pleasurable and so exciting and motivating. And other things we have resistance. It's challenging or we feel blocked, we feel stuck. And so you could have a couple pieces going on at once. And that's why I'm so excited for what we're going to offer. So I'm very grateful to be here. And what I'm going to be sharing here in this container is some beautiful, kind of ancient light technology with regards to our womb chakra, the holy womb chakra. And starting to really see this as a technology of light that is within our body. Women have it in the physical womb, men have it in a more etheric way, connected to Divine Mother in their kind of light body architecture. It's very interesting. And I'm also going to be bringing in some elemental energetic healing and clearing, kind of some shamanic elements here to really connect with your embodiment process. So I'm very, very grateful to be here. And I look forward to seeing you in the portal. We're going to have a lot of fun together. So I would love for you to share a little bit about your work with the audience before we jump into all the goodies.
I'm a divine alchemist, I'm an artist, I'm a glow up artist, and I'm here to support men and women to love themselves, to trust themselves, and to glow up from within by doing deep breaths and energetics and emotional intelligence, and to be the most resilient, lit up, fuck yeah, aligned creatures that they want to be. Well, I just love this connecting with like-minded, like energy, frequency, lit creator, and you're beautiful, and I feel honored to be here. So I'm honored to share the guidance experience with you. So I awakened to my energetic beingness this way in 2015. My brother, my only brother, had died in late 2014, and it awakened something in me, as often happens when someone leaves the plane, right? And I started learning about all this energy work and oracle cards and astrology and myself. And I thought I was a successful person. You know, when I started my experience, I was working in visual effects as a film artist. I was working on Oscar-winning movies. I had worked really hard to come out here and be in LA and create that career. I was married. I had I have two little boys, two boys, not little anymore. And when I started discovering about energy, the first few guides told me I wasn't even in my body. I was hovering above my body because I was so out of alignment. And I had gotten used to pleasing the world around me. I was planted into the experiences that would birth me. And a lot of me was very suppressed and not even here. And a lot of the women that I've worked with, they had that experience too. As a child, I was singing and painting and speaking light language and probably having a lot of experiences that I may not really remember. And then I wasn't doing any of that. And then here I was as a 45-year-old woman doing it again. It was like, what's going on? Started really opening up my intuition, and I started going live every day for 4 years on Facebook and reading people's energy. And I discovered I had these amazing, powerful gifts of transformation. From 2015, I published a coloring book, went bestseller. Then I started doing these. First thing I did was a watercolor portrait, a priestess portrait. I was sitting there taking hours to paint this watercolor portrait, and I think I was getting $150 or something. And I was realizing I had to get divorced, and I thought, how am I going to make my living painting a $150 portrait that takes me weeks to do? It's not going to work. And I remember being out on the playground with my little kids, and they were running around, wild children as they were. And I looked up and I said, if you're going to have me do this, it's going to be fast, it's going to be easy, and it's going to be on my phone. And that's what I did. I ended up taking all the skills that I had in my digital effects world, and they had these apps where you can take someone's photo and the women would send me their selfie, and I just had fun, and I just really followed my heart and my inspiration. And I would do like a 45-minute session and then do their portrait, infusing these portraits with healing and activation. And then I started doing a course with a friend. I collaborated with someone special and we did Epic Video Rockstar. And I kept going, and I did the reboot. I did Clean Slate Clear Vision right before 2020, which I think is so like, whoa. I didn't think about it at the time, but then it was 2020 and I was doing this massive clear before 2020 came along. What I've come to realize is that the more powerful you are, the more you have to embody, and the more you fight it and try to stay normal, you will get zapped into your alignment. And it's okay. It's okay if your life blows up. It's okay if shift happens because you're getting aligned. And that's when I birthed Bliss Activators in 2024, in December 3rd, 2024. And I brought through the first module, which is the root reboot. Because I'm a reboot artist. I'm all about that next level expansion of your own desire, embodying more of your soul selfie into the now. And that means good times and bad times. It can mean hard work and easy work. It can mean, I had one client who colored and danced and sang and just had to have fun, and she 7 times her 5K investment. And I've had other clients who the work has been deep and heavy. No two people are the same in what they have to go through. And so Bliss Activators is a portal for us to be guided by the reality that we're gonna fall down, we're gonna get up. We're gonna fall down, we're gonna get up. We're gonna keep regenerating and rebooting. And the more that we do, the easier that it flows. And I like to call it the glow up, because we're glowing up from within, from deep in the earth all the way up into the celestials. We are radiating abundance, love, wealth, health. And I'm 54 years old. I feel like I look pretty good. I'm glowing. And I feel like I look better than I ever have. And that comes from some, practical things, like what I eat and do. And I'm not perfect, and I'm not in my best shape right now at all. But, the energy work that I do, and the mindset and the willingness to let go of the past and allow a new now to come in, is what keeps me glowing and keeps my clients glowing. And I'm so excited that you and I are going to come together and open up round 2 of Bliss Activators and move up from the root into the sacral and have a divine feminine womb-tastic sacral clearing. And there's this belief that you can get yourself into alignment quickly when you be bold and do what you're supposed to do. And my experience has been more heartache and harder than that. I don't have a straight line to success. And I used to be a little bit bitter about that and feel like a little bit of a victim, right? And that was just something I had to go through. Because I've had painful womb cycles and irregularity and endometriosis, PCOS since I'm 13. So to be 54 and glowed the fuck up and celebrating my womb and my sacral and having this sacral reboot glow up, my mind is just like right now, like, wow, here we are.
Yay, Val! Thank you.
Yay! Well, we were just talking about embodying frequencies that come to us as divine artists and alchemists and guides. And we were sharing how potent we're getting in our transmissions, and how the transmissions are always timeless. and they're always important. And the power of allowing space between the transmissions and then letting life happen, and then realizing that the frequency just comes in when we're called, and we get a name, we get an idea, we share it with each other, people sign in, and then suddenly you're on this frequency ride, and the frequency is taking us on a ride, and inside of the portal, it's not just, oh, I'm getting some breath flows and some energy clearings. No, you're on a transformational rocket ship to your destination, and the destination is your intentions. And the better the support, the more aligned you are to the guides, the more you immerse yourself in the tools daily, and the more you engage with your experience with each other, the more you keep rising up. And we were talking about how when we rise up, we rise back down, rise up, we rise back down, and then eventually you don't sink down anymore because you don't resonate anymore with those lower frequency, the lower vibration. Not that it's bad, it's just not you anymore. And we started with a breath flow that I'm going to share after, a 5-minute breath flow that is opening the portal to new things and letting things go and letting ourselves embody new experiences that might scare us, might piss us off, might seem out of reach. And it's like one foot in front of the other. Throw yourself in there. Leap, baby. Right?
Yeah, we hope that you will join us. If you have any questions or want to know more and look at this beautiful offering, there's details in the description box below. And if you all would like, Val and I would love to invite you to experience her work together now with an activation.
So I'm going to bring through some frequencies that are going to, first of all, let you feel and become aware of your sacral energy, that the ones you already know and maybe ones you haven't been thinking about or aren't quite aware of. And I'm going to do this with intention and with divine frequency and with some light language and breath. As we feel and notice what's there, we'll then open up, and the intention is to not just to clear, because we're going to do a lot of that, but we're going to feel a magnetism, and this is going to open our heart, and there's just going to be this golden pink, oh my goodness, it's just beautiful all around us, around our aura, and it's just pulsating and beautiful, and our heart is opening more and more. So and you're going to feel very grounded into the earth through your feet. You might feel tingling already. You might all feel all of this already, because once the intention's set, it just comes in. But as I tone and light language, and it'll be brief, that's the mind portion. I'm just telling you what's coming in through the mind, but let yourself have whatever experience is aligned for you. So take a deep breath in through your nose. So put your hand on your heart, put another hand on your sacral area, and let yourself feel so safe and supported. If the frequency feels new and massive, you are ready for it. Let yourself move the energy all the way up and down your energy column, and let your sacral open up and your heart open up as it comes in. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Wariki manane waralili warari. Waya yo shakuri timane warare warara. Feel like a coil almost. A coil of energy forming below your womb, down through your root. The energy is pulsating down into the earth and pulling the energy up. Once you lock into the earth and feel grounded golden roots through that coil, and feel it come back up, 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 up through your solar plexus, through a swirl in your heart, opening your heart. Remember that beautiful golden pink aura. It's expanding as you feel the energy expanding out and your sacral energy opening. It feels so relaxed and open and magnetic, attracting everything that you didn't even know you'd been calling in, that's aligned to your higher self, your highest standards, your most luxurious and paced in a way that feels expansive self. This energy is so powerful that, and as you keep going up through your crown, up into the celestials, all the way up, and then pulling that energy down, 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 swirling back down through your crown, third eye, throat, through your heart, swirling at your heart, continuing to relax and open your heart. And all the way back down. And now, what comes forward for you? What ideas come through? What do you feel your creativity expanding and opening to? I feel my third eye popping. And I feel my sacral area just so warm and almost pulsating. And it's there are no there's no we're not available for anything less than those higher luxurious expansive standards. And so this activation is here to open you up to investing in yourself, loving yourself, spending time with yourself in the bath or painting, coloring, dancing, shaking your hips. In fact, roll your hips around if you're able. Move that energy around that coil. And I'm just going to round it out as the energy keeps expanding, that beautiful golden pink shimmer expanding throughout your auric field, just cleansing and clearing and literally repelling anything that isn't aligned to that beautiful higher standard and expansive divine self that's coming in. Wariki kwalale waradne warashimna rokurukuri halella waranne mana warare waikiwara wuriki wayishikuru tukurune wai. Oh, Kureti ware hare ti korari washimuna nani ki koikira lele ware ti wishu. Good. Take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And one more. Good. Just sitting with that. Good. Ooh, things are moving.
Wow, Val, thank you so much.
How
And
did
that's
that
something
feel?
oh gosh, well, I wanted to say The first time I heard Val's light language, I felt like I was at home. And then I mentioned to her, and she was like, "Yeah, Lemuria." And I was like, "Oh my goodness." So for our Lemurian people, I mean, and so I, I run out of words because we get so expanded together. So I hope you all out there can just feel this beautiful opening and this softness and this kind of like a, tickle of excitement for what is to come. And I experienced it like a whole, it felt like it looked like a whole chunk fell away, and opened in my body, in all the layers of my being. And it's just like, open and receptive and ready to receive, the inspiration, the new creations, all of it. So
Mm,
yeah, I feel, and it's wonderful because I feel grounded but expanded, at the same time.
yes. Yeah, I feel all warm and juicy.
Oh my goodness. Well, and just to share too, everybody, like Val has a sacral reboot that the first time I did it, it assisted me to get the energies flowing again. After winter, I feel like a lot of us are coming out of dormancy, we're feeling the energy starting to move. And as we're coming out of, like, some aspects of us are coming out of hibernation, there's this stirrings, and with the stirrings, there's all kinds of things in there. So we're clearing, we're expanding, we're activating, but having the channels flow more clearly, without obstruction for all of our creativity. And so I got insanely inspired to do all of this writing, and it was like the first time I had felt so alive creatively in a very long time. It felt like forever, really. Like, I don't know, definitely since last year, like maybe since last spring. And so there's that. And I was telling her it was like having orange juice. It was like this, it's like drinking this cosmic holy fire solar orange juice. And just wanted to share that what I was seeing in this beautiful program here that we're collaborating in, and the timing of it all, is to really assist us to work with this solar energy, and the return of the light within, a new spark in our souls and in our hearts and in our wombs as well. And for men, again, like your womb is etheric and it sits right around your belly button area. So you can open up to the cosmos and to Divine Mother, and work on your divine receptivity in that etheric way, in addition to, of course, the channels going through you. But when we talk about the womb, for our beautiful men, to just work with your kind of belly button navel area, and calling in Divine Mother to be with you and assist you with that. But
Mm-hmm.
there's these solar energies, and it's just so powerful. And I wrote something. Okay, this whole beautiful work that we're doing, solar energies with this, and then also bringing in the water. So we're literally working with the two forces of creation, these beautiful primeval, primordial, holy forces of creation, of the sacred holy fire and the sacred holy waters, bringing them together. And what do we get? This incredible catalytic, combustive, all of our forces interlocked, feeling unified inside of ourselves to rebirth ourselves, bring in all new aspects of our lives. And it's just such a thrill to get to offer this together. So I hope we see you all. And thank you. And it's so nice to have you here, Val. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you for having me. I love it.
Oh,
I love our collaboration too. I'm super thrilled.
Oh, it's going to be wonderful. And just to let everybody know, Val is going to be here. She's going to be one of our guest co-hostesses with the mostesses for Ascension in the Raw. So she'll be here, I believe it's this coming week, and we're going to talk about more activation, like this kind of stuff, and have fun with you guys, whatever we feel would really serve the collective this coming week. So it'll be nice to have you on again, Val, for everyone to enjoy your company.
So you're going to be able to do a little quiz and then find out what your archetype is and then get a card. And I'm going to be having that happening on my Instagram. So you'll be able to come every day to my Instagram and hit me up and do the quiz and see how you feel that day and get a card. And then I'll start posting it on my feed, and then eventually we can get them printed, but for now it'll be a digital experience. And I think it's going to really help us to explore, there's three categories inside of there, and sometimes some areas will feel more lit and expansive, and some areas will feel more contracted and shadowy. And we get to do the work and the pleasure and the play, and there will be a lot of play in this experience. I'm a painter, I'm an artist in paint, and I'm a singer and a musician, and I like to dance. And I feel like the root reboot was pretty focused on getting super grounded and a lot of clearing and getting over your mind stuff. But this is about opening up your creativity and your magnetism and calling in what you want and owning it and defining it. And we're going to do that in such playful, powerful ways. So, yes, there's breath flows and clearings and your beautiful work. And as we evolve, we're going to allow the frequency to evolve us, and we will be open to receive whatever transmissions come through, whatever kind of workshop experience we want to do. And that's the this is the time for that. I've heard Leo King saying like this is a time. Other astrologers talking about how we must be creative now, and if there's anything I know how to do, honey, it's to be super creative and have fun and play. So we might have a coloring page come through. We're definitely going to do some painting. I'm painting 8 canvases for each module, one for each module. And the first 8 clients to be able to pay in full get to choose. The first, it's the first come first serve, get to choose which of the canvas they want. That's my way of connecting in more deeply with the frequency. And as I sit here as we record this, I don't know exactly. I mean, we have a calendar and we know what we're doing, but I'm not putting some stake on it. Like it gets to be free and come in as we're guided and as the frequency guides us. And I've done enough of these programs to know it works. It blows your mind, it blows your being into the stratosphere. And to do sacral creation is, you're going to make more money. You're going to connect in with your soulmate people, whether it's a relationship or clients. You're going to trust yourself more and you're going to feel good. It's hot. Let's get hot. Hot girl summer. Hot boy summer. Let's go. Right?
I just love it so much, Val. It just feels so appropriately aligned to all of this creativity because I feel like creativity is our divinity. There's so much shifting and rearranging and all kinds of stuff going on, across the collectives. And to me, the most like sacred, rebellious thing we could do is lean into our creativity and our artistry. I mean, we work hard and so play hard too, right? And so I'm just
Yeah.
so grateful to be here with you and for all of us to learn from you and to see your art and to be artists together.
Yay. And if somebody's watching this and they aren't so used to the light language, but they're drawn to it and they're not so used to yet, like some of the terms we're using, here's what the bottom line is: resilience is the next currency. That's it. And I am the queen of resilience, and I have a feeling Merissa is too.
Oh
And
yeah.
this experience, this playful, fun, creative experience, is here to let you know it's a blessing to strengthen your resilience. And that's, in fact, is how we survive in 2025 and beyond. And let's go resilient. I call us Bliss Activators, but maybe we should be calling ourselves resilience warriors or something. I don't know, but but that's what we're learning, is how to be so resilient that we glow through no matter what happens to us. And it's not about denying the challenges that we go through. It's about moving the energy through so rapidly that your intentions manifest into what you desire, not what you don't. And if it isn't what you like, you know how to move through it and learn the blessing and choose it into bliss.
Wow, amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's so awesome, Val. So thank you so much. And thank you. I'm so excited to get started. And thank you to everyone. If you're still with us watching this, thank you so much for being here and just excited to offer some new practical and magical ways to usher in the new era and our new life. So, yay! Thank you so much, Val.
Thank you. Thank you. Can't wait.